a joke, it has not changed. And I will be your guide of from now the next 1 hour, because we'll be having a exclusive interview with the chairman and CEO of Boss Radio, Busybody Radio, Havana Cinema, All Seasons Hotel, and Mimi. He will be speaking to us on various issues, affecting his businesses, and then other things, of course, that we really need to find out from him. Don't touch that because it will be an interactive session, and you have the floor in the course of this program, definitely, to ask your questions or make contributions, because it is an interactive session. Once again, welcome you. Of course, this is Boss Radio 98.9 from Owerri, and we are very, very ready to definitely take you on this ride this lovely afternoon. All right, let me actually introduce my guest and the person I will be talking to right away. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, of course. Let me introduce you properly to the listener. I'm actually talking to Evangelist Myke Obinna Ikoku, CEO of All Seasons Hotel, Mimi Place, Havana Cinema, Boss Radio, and a Busybody Radio. He's very, very pleased to talk to you once again, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir. I really want to begin with this question, honestly, and I know you are ready, for this question. Well, there is a recent mark on Mimi Place by Imo State government that Hope Uzodinma wants to use the place. As the CEO of the business, do you have any idea of the development?
Yes, of course. I have idea of the development because I came into town from Lagos on the 1st of December after some days of break, and one of my managers, the manager of one of my outlets, Mimi Place, called me to inform me about some group of people who visited the premises, and told him that they will come back in 7 days to close down the place if we do not remove all our properties and materials from the Mimi Place, that the land that we are occupying belongs to them, belongs to government, and that the government want to take it over. And you can there's a video, it has gone viral on the social media, where my manager explained the discussion he had with one Mr. Pascal who came first, and another person who came, who said he's the chairman or the director of Imo Geographical Management. I don't know their name completely. That they are the one who came to mark the place. We must vacate in 7 days' time. That is true.
Okay, sir, we know that there is a court case. Of course, there is a court order, rather, from competent court of jurisdiction restraining Hope from attacking any of your businesses in Imo State, pending the conclusion of the litigation, because the matter is already in court. Why is Imo State government bent on bringing the court of jurisdiction order into disrepute?
I can't answer that question because I am not a member of an appointee of the state government of Imo, and I am not the governor himself, so I can't answer. They are the ones that are in the best position to respond to this question and answer to Imolites while they are becoming lawless, and notwithstanding the case, the issue is sub judice, because there is an injunction against them from visiting my premises or coming there until determination of the case. And I'm shocked and surprised that in a civilized society like ours in 2003, we are not talking about a military era. We're not talking about in the early 60s and 70s. This is 2023. That such a thing will be happening in Imo. It is ridiculous. It's unacceptable. Lawlessness should not be acceptable. Should not be accepted in anything society. So they should answer Imolites while they should become lawless and visit a place that were restrained by the court not to until determination of the case.
Okay, sir. Before I ask you reasons why you decided to bring your business to Imo State, sort of establishing those businesses outside Imo State, could you actually tell us when you started your business in Imo State and what attracted you to Imo State as well?
Yeah, to be honest with you, the state charity first begins at home. Most of them that are most Imolites, a lot of them hear my name. They don't actually know me very well. They don't know me very well. They don't have big down records of who Evangelist Myke Ikoku is. And I want advice in Imo to try and research about Myke and know who is this man. If you go on Google and do a search, just type who is Myke Ikoku. Myke Ikoku is Myke. Ikoku, Ikoku. Just type it, who is Myke Ikoku. Google will bring out for you a lot of things about me. The Myke Ikoku in question today started very early in life to patronize Imo State. I established my first business in Imo in 1993. It may shock you that is listening to this program, that Myke Ikoku established his first industry in Imo State as far back as 1993. And then I was employing over 100 Imo sons and daughters in 1993. Now, you now check out and ask yourself, those people who are coming after Myke Ikoku today, what have they in Imo? What have they done in Imo? Where were they after 1993 when I started my first business in Imo State? Some of them may be still enjoying at then the feeding bottle of their mother. While I started my life in Imo, I sacrificed a lot. As a young man, I had a lot of sacrifice. I did not engage in many things to be able to save for tomorrow. I denied myself the basic some things of some luxury things of life, like driving expensive vehicles, living in posh houses, spending holidays in Bahamas. I denied myself most of these things so that I could come back to Imo State and establish a business that I will use to feed myself and feed many other Imo sons and daughters who, most of them, many of them, I am their father and their mother. Some of them are orphans. I'm their father and their mother. So that was the first time I came to Imo. And when I speak, I say, go and verify. Not those who tell us audio businesses that does not exist anywhere. That industry in 1993 is still there standing at Umukahi in Ochen. I established that business, that place, that factory as early as 1993. It is still there. Imo people should go and verify. So that is when I came into Imo the first time. And what attracted me to Imo is good for Imo life to know that my father was a victim of abandoned property in Port Harcourt. Before he died, he was a teacher. He never got his gratuity. He died without his pension and gratuity. My father told me, my son, don't make that same mistake I made. I took my printing press to Port Harcourt instead of establishing it in my home. Today, immediately after the war, I lost my printing press. I had no other thing to do. I have to start teaching. Don't allow what happened to me happen to you. Always remember home. Anytime you become a man, do not joke with your state. That was that traction that brought me to Imo State.
Quite interesting, sir. Well, sir, I would love you to actually tell us something, about yourself, because since I was in the primary school, I have been hearing your name since then. Can you tell us how old you are and how did you sustain all these businesses till now? What is the secret behind all this, sir?
Thank you very much, my dear. I am not a small boy. I am 56. I'm going to 57. Now, by next year, I'll be 57. I started very early in life because I came from a very poor family. I could not even go to school when my mates were in the university. I finished my secondary education. My father could not continue. I passed the university, but my father couldn't sustain, because that was the time when the government refused to pay. He didn't pay his gratuity and pension. And my mother, a petite trader that fries akara, she couldn't be able to handle the monetary implication of my going to the university. That was how I could not go. I sacrificed. I went to go and learn business very early, as young as 16, because I was very intelligent when I was an intelligent boy. So I finished my secondary school at a very young age of between 16 17. Then I went to Aba to go and learn trade. That was how I started my life. I went to Aba to learn how to trade on medicine in bulk, in wholesale basis at Area market. That was how. But because I was someone who loves education. My father was a teacher, a headmaster. So I love everything about education. I decided that no matter when, that any time that God makes it possible for me, that I must go back to school. So when I started, picked up from where my parents could take me to, and I started realizing doing business after I must have served my master for 2 years in Atariare. I enrolled in the University of Lagos, where I was doing my business. I was doing my trading, my business, and also going to school. That was how I was able to pass through the university and get to where I am today. So I have paid my dues as is in sacrifices, because while other young men were busy enjoying themselves, but because of the kind of family I came from, the home I came from, and because I know that if for any reason I make a mistake, I'll go back to where they suffering, my mother and my father. I never made that mistake. I decided to sacrifice a lot of things, shortchange myself from luxuries of the luxuries of the youth, and I saved. Who come to Imo to invest? I saved. I actually saved. Many of them today were busy living luxury lives with their money, spending buying luxury cars, luxury homes, going to holidays in Bahamas, in Dubai to spend money. I was saving to come and invest in Imo for tomorrow. These are the same people who are after my business now. Those that wasted their own youth, they are after my business. But God will never allow them. And the God of Imo State that made it possible for me to come to Imo will never allow them to do that.
Okay, so there is this adage that what a child is crying, pointing at, there must be reason why the child is crying and pointing his finger or her finger at that particular place. This issue has gone beyond the two-man issue. What message do you have for Imo indigenes and concerned Nigerians with regard to the injustice you have been going through the hands of the Imo State government?
You see, my problem is not even myself, because if this thing can be happening in this 21st century to Myke Ikoku, who is a true investor, my level in this state, now what happens to the average new businesses, to the young people who are starting life, to those who doesn't have voice? They must have been strangulated out of business. If it can happen to me today, it can happen to anybody. It may be happening to many others, but they don't have voice to speak. So that I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking for both myself and for those who don't have those who speak for them. You understand? That is happening in Imo is wrong. It is sending wrong signal about our state. It is destroying the opportunity that our state. We can't be calling for foreign direct investment into Imo, and we are busy destroying the local direct investment. Before any reasonable businessman, you call for Imo people, Igbos, to come back home to invest. Before a man will invest in any business, he will first do feasibility study the location where he's taking the business to, and know whether that business is going to locate in that place will succeed. If they do feasibility study about Imo, it will surely come out negative, because it will show that the government in Imo is destroying the. I do not know. Are not supporting businesses to grow, and their policies are destroying the chances and opportunities of businesses to grow. Rather, they are strangulating businesses to die. It's absolutely wrong. We can't be talking about Akurulo, telling our people to come back home to invest. Then you are destroying the world at home. Before those from abroad will come and invest, they will look at those within Imo first and see whether they are surviving and whether their businesses are working. If the businesses are not working, nobody will come back home to invest. So that is happening to Myke Ikoku today does not mean that it can happen to any of you. So you that is listening will also be a victim of this same thing tomorrow if you don't talk. Because injustice for one is injustice for all.
All right, sir. I just want you to actually tell us, because you actually tend to be a very human man, when it comes to helping Imolites, from based on the business you really established. Can you tell us why you decided to be very, very human? What made you to become such a personality?
You see, I am from a very humble home and I'm from a humble background. My father was a teacher. My mother was a petty trader, and we own nothing. I own nothing when I came to this world, and it's a surprise that even God even blessed me, because when you look at the indices of how people grow and succeed, I don't think I'm even qualified in one of them. But it's by the grace of God that I became who I am. So, and the day I came to this world, I came without any property. I came with no land. I didn't come with money. And the day I will go without any land. I will go without any money. All these things you see that belong to me today, they are all temporary. They are not my property. They belong to God. One day God can decide to take it, but not human. I will not sit down and watch a human take away what God gave me to give for him. You understand? So what they are doing to me today, frustrating my business, they are not frustrating me, they are frustrating themselves. And they are also frustrating him, because it is creating more of enmity for the government. You can't be strangulating people that there's already suffering in the land. There's no job. A lot of them that are coming after me today do not have any presence in Imo State. They don't have any business in Imo. They only come to Imo when it is time for politics. I did not come to Imo as a politician. I came to Imo as a businessman in 1993. I only got involved in politics. Why? Because I saw that things are happening in our state cannot make us progress, and that if every good man shuts his mouth out from politics, the state will never survive. We cannot see the light of the day of what is happening, that is happening in many other states. The blessings and the prosperity in other states will not come to Imo. That is the reason why I chose to get involved in politics, because we must correct the wrong in our state. That state belongs to all of us. And we have no other place than home to call home than Imo. Okay. So whatever that is happening to me today, every day they go to my business, they go and mark, remove. I don't know what they want me to remove. If you want me to remove, take it back to my village. I'm from Owerri. I'm not I'm from Imo State. I'm from Imo. I'm not from outside. Nobody can take us out of our state. The state belongs to all of us. The land in question belongs to me. It doesn't belong to any other person. If you want to know the status of any land, if you're a responsible public administrator or a politician that is in power, if you want to know anything, you go to the civil servant, you go to Ministry of Land, request for the file for that particular portion of land. They will give you the file because the file is there. Inside the file, you see all the records of that particular land. In this case, they don't want to. All these records, I have it. We filed in court with all my papers, my CFO, the document, the processes that took place before the land was allocated to me. They are filed in court. As I speak to you today, they have not done any reply in the court because they don't have any document to follow. They don't have any document to reply. These are the same people that are coming to my place every day to go and write to remove. Meanwhile, you don't even know the status of the land they are asking to remove. The land was allocated to me in 2010 by Ike Hakim. He has a CFO. The CFO of the land is getting 8th of August 2010. The land was first allocated to Ministry of to Bank of Commerce and Industry in 1982. The land was revoked after 25 years. The Bank of Industry, Commerce and Industry did not develop the land after government allocated the place to them 25 years after. The Hakim is still alive. He is the one who revoked that land because of non-development by Bank of Commerce and Industry. And 2 years after, allocated it to All Seasons Hotel. For me, for the development and upgrade of my hotel. That is what the government does to those who can bring jobs to their people. They support them. They give them what they want to create an enabling environment for the business to succeed and for them to engage more of the citizens. That is what the government should do. Not to come and strangulate and destroy the business. That land belongs to All Seasons Hotel. As I speak to you, the matter is in court. The matter is in court. I've submitted all my documents. If you say the land does not belong to me, bring who owns the land. Somebody has to own the land. Who is that owns the land? The Bank of Industry said that they took their land. No. Bank of Industry did not complain, or they are not complaining that anybody took their land. So who is that is from government that want to take over Mimi place that belongs to me to do his own business? No, that will not happen. I have the legitimate right to that land. Government allocated it to me. I paid up the dues that government said I should pay, and government issued a C of O to me, and I developed the place. The place is developed, as you see. So I have no run foul of any conditions given to me by government to allocate the place to me. I have developed the place. So why go to the place? What are you doing there? If you want land, go elsewhere to look for land.
That's nice, honestly. I in relation to what you said, about the then governor, Ikedo Hakim actually locating the land to you. This is similar thing that happened in Abuja, where the current FCT minister Myke revoked the land that was actually given to the Nigerian Customs Service because they did not develop the land for more than 30 years. So he revoked the land, okay, and sold the land to someone else. So I totally agree with you, sir, and I just hope the Imo State government will be sensible enough to stop all this injustice. Well, that will lead me to the next question I want to ask you. Some persons among Imo lives, have actually been talking, saying that the injustice you are going through is politically motivated. How do you react to that?
I don't know. They should ask them. They should ask my brother and my friend, the governor of the state and his appointees, if I did anything to them wrong. We are not supposed. We are all political animals, and I know I supported him all through his political career, both in the Senate and even as a governor. Because there cannot be two governors in a state at a particular time. I gave all the support because my business is in Imo. I have to give that support to government to make sure that the society is good, the state is profitable and peaceful, so that my business will prosper. That was the reason why I supported him. But when I saw how things are going, I pulled away. And when I pulled away, I am free to belong to any society, to belong to any organization, to belong to any group. And I'm a member of PDP. I'm part of them. And I have the right to even contest that election myself. I have the right to support anybody I want to support. Is all this the only business in Imo State? They should lead me to breathe. I have many of those staff, many of you people there working for me there. I have over 20,000 Imo sons and daughters are benefiting from me directly or indirectly. Those that work for me directly and indirectly are over 20,000 that feed from me. You want to remove food from their mouth? A lot of these children are orphans. I am their father, I am their mother. They go to school by profit and salary they take from me for most of my businesses. You want to stop them from going to school? If I close down the business and sack all these people, can you employ them? Will you engage them? Do you not even know how to run a successful business in Imo? Have you succeeded? What is your history? They should stop frustrating those who choose to come down to Imo to come and invest. They should support us. If your Hakim supported me, Udengwa supported me, Udengwa gave me part of the development of my place. Because he saw that he had to support me to employ more people. He gave me land. If your Hakim supported me, he wanted me to employ more people. He gave me land. Ike Hakim also, do you people in Imo know that the road that moves across all season, there was no road there before. The road ended in Concord Hotel. It is me that built that road from Concord Hotel all down. I built it. It's my money. I tarred the road myself. The company I brought to tar that road then is one dozy services. You know what Ike Hakim did when he was in power? I wrote Ike Hakim to tell him that the traffic within my place, because the road is a one-lane road that I constructed by myself, I asked the government to please to come and help me and dualize the road. That was how Ike Hakim dualized that road. And he said, because he's supporting, the government wants to support the investors in the state. They asked me to recommend the contractor that will do the dualization of the road. I still recommended the late owner of Dozy Services. He's the one that constructed that road. That is the support government to give, that should be given to individuals who want to develop the state, not to strangle them. If I close the business and run away from Imo and leave, who is going to suffer? Is it Myke Ikoku? It's not Myke Ikoku that will suffer. Those that will suffer are those families that feed from those businesses that I have created. These are the ones you want to remove food from their mouth, and we can't allow that to happen. Imo people should resist it. Impunity, injustice for one is injustice for all. So please, Imo people should tell them to leave me alone and face the business of governance. Elections are over. We can't belong to the same political party. We can't belong to the same group. Any government that doesn't have opposition does not succeed. Opposition helps them even to succeed more by criticizing them. They should allow people, the businesses to breathe in Imo.
Okay, so I want to ask you one question now, because from the look of things, it's really becoming very clear that the Imo state government is not really listening to all these issues. It's actually paying a deaf ear. But what will happen if the Imo state government goes ahead with this threat?
No. They cannot. They can't go beyond those marking there, because they know that I own the land. They know. I have a case against them already about which have borders on claim that I'm making against them because of destruction of my property. You know, the last time they came there, some few months back in August, they came there with bulldozer, caterpillar, destroyed a lot of properties worth over 3 billion in all season. I have a claim. They are keeping those claims against the government when they leave tomorrow, because definitely the government is going to pay for those damages they cause. So whatever thing they spoil at that place, there will be a cost to Imo. It's not even them. It's to Imo. Because after every government will go, one day another government will come, and the case is already in court. So if they destroy any of my property, the people of Imo will pay for it. There's not two ways about it.
Okay, so in case you just joined, this is Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, and I've been talking to the CEO of All Seasons Hotel, Mimi Play, Savannah Silima, Boss Radio, and Busybody Radio. I'm talking about evangelist Myke Obina Ikoku. We've been discussing a lot of issues, affecting his businesses in Imo State, talking about the injustices he has been facing, in the hands of the Imo State government. Just keep your questions intact, your contributions written on paper, because we definitely have the floor to call us to ask questions or make contributions. I will tell you the numbers to call in the course of the show this very lovely afternoon. Still asking you some questions, sir. I would love you to actually tell us one more thing concerning the issue the state government really have with you. Can you actually tell us, because the Imolite would want to know, based on everything we have already explained, but they want to really know whether you have an idea why the Imo State government is personally targeting your businesses in Imo State, apart from other things you've explained before.
To be honest with you, I can't answer for them because I'm not in their heart. The only thing I know is that I supported them before. The moment I started the advocacy for good government in Imo State, the moment I started the advocacy for people to breathe, The moment I started the advocacy for the common man, the moment I started the advocacy for us to have good infrastructure in our state, the moment I started advocacy for insecurity to end, the moment I started the advocacy for life in Imo to change, that is when I suspected that this issue I have with them started. Because if it is personal, I have nothing personal. I don't think they can pick anything personal against me. But the issue is that I cannot sit in Imo with the businesses that I have, with the interest I have, because I'm a true stakeholder in Imo. I own business in Imo. If you tell me that people who don't own business in Imo, that we that own business in Imo would allow them to destroy the state for us, and we'll keep quiet and be clapping for them. No, that is not possible. We can't do that. I believe in the state. I trust in the state. That's why I bring my business to the state. So, and I challenge them. Igbo people should. I challenge Igbo people too. Because Igbo people don't even look at people before you either appoint them or ask them to come and lead over you. You need to look at the history. Look at those who believe in your state. Most of them come from outside. They come from Abuja. They come from Lagos. They come to Imo. I live in Imo myself. I do my business in Imo. You can't bring people from abroad who doesn't have a stake in the state, and you expect that they will care whether the state is burning or not. They may not care because they own nothing in the state. I own something in the state. I want the state to work. So I started my advocacy for good government. I started my advocacy for a good society. All of you in Imo, the one in Imo that doesn't hear my voice every day, I have spent billions of naira to campaign in Imo concerning the issues of stopping domestic violence. I've been campaigning against the issues of drugs. I've been campaigning against other social vices. I've been campaigning in our society for us to have a good society. I've been doing that as a corporate social responsibility. I have done enough, and I keep doing for my state because I love Imo. Why would people who don't love Imo want to destroy the businesses that we have in Imo? Imo people should not allow that to happen. And I'm speaking to Imo people to please come together. Come and take a decision. Do not sit on the fence. That is not happening to you today. It's going to be your turn tomorrow. There are many people who don't have voice to speak that are suffering the same thing and suffering. If in the 21st century that we are not in a military regime, these things can be happening to me, that is a non-stakeholder in the state. I have voice, I have capacity. You don't know what is happening to the common man in the street. Maybe they are finished, but they can't talk. So somebody needs to speak for somebody. I'm not talking only about myself. This will destroy the chances and opportunity of Imo State to attract any foreign direct investment. Because the investors that will come from abroad, they will first of all look at how are the local business direct investment doing in Imo. Is the environment conducive? Are they succeeding? Is their business working? That is what those who will come from abroad will come and do first. If it's not working, what would they do? They will not come to Imo. That means there won't be any job. So we must look at the implication of these actions of government and tell them to please carry. They should stop. They should take it easy. They should take it easy. You can't go outside and be calling Igbos. You say Igbos in Lagos, they are spoiling their businesses in Lagos. They should come back home. The ones that answered the call and that came back home before, you are destroying. You are telling them to close down and go away. Who will not listen to you? So this is more. It's more than Myke Ikoku. So we more people need to address this and as quickly as possible before it's too late.
Thank you so much, Evangelist Myke Ikoku, for that explanation. But I want to actually ask you one more question, sir. The opinion polls I sampled from Imo Lights, diverse opinions. Some people said, okay, is there any possibility of a truce between you and Opposodema? In other words, if the governor now calls you for peace talk, will you answer him? That's what they want to know from you. They are asking you. The Imo Lights are asking you.
We only have one governor at a time. Opposodema is the governor of Imo State. He's my governor. If he calls me for a truce, yes, I will be there. Because maybe most of these things that are happening, He may not even know. Some he may not even know about it. But these things, it is him we know. We don't know any other person. If there's any good that this government achieves, it's going to be credited to him.
Oh, we hope to reconnect back to the CEO of All Seasons Hotel, Selema, Havana Selema, Boss Radio, Busybody Radio, and the Mimi Place for that explanation to continue, because we've been having a much discussion with him on the show this very lovely afternoon. We've been discussing, of course, issues affecting him in his business. He's actually set up here in Imo State, as they are being targeted by the government of Imo State. Let's hope that definitely we'll be able to reconnect back to him in the course of the show this afternoon. Remember, this is still Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, and I think at this juncture, let's see if we can actually put the phone lines here so that you can call in and share your thoughts on what we have discussed already. Everything that the CEO of All Seasons Hotel, Havana Selema, Boss Radio, Busybody Radio, and Mimi Place have already portrayed this afternoon. Everything you have said, two questions you have even put out to email us to answer. So if you have any questions to ask, maybe you have contributions to make, I think you really need to get ready for that, because the floor will be open so that you can actually make that call and we get to hear from you. It's still Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Let me remind you that we're very much live and active on Facebook at Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Go to our Facebook page, drop your comment, drop your questions. We will gladly attend to them as they come. The numbers to call are 090-922-29922, 090-922-29922, or 091-226 77989, 091-226-77989. Please, whenever you put that call, make sure you don't really turn violent and don't insult anybody. Okay, we are professionals here and we abide by the rules. If you go against my rule, I will have no other choice than to disengage you. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to Boss Radio.
All right, I'm coming to Chopra.
All right, let's hear you.
Yeah. Okay, my own take is that the Boss Radio director should try and reconcile with the government, because the election is over and they play politics. Now he needs to reconcile, because during his campaign, it was, for me, I saw it was personal, but I don't know how you will see it on your own side. But right now, he should not be, making more issues that will make the government to fighting. We should go and reconcile with the governor, because he is the governor of Imo State and he should be respected. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much, comrade, for your opinion. And I really want to remind the listener out there and those who care to listen as well that the opinions and the views of the listener actually remains with them. Okay, it's not really the views of Boss Radio 90.9 FM Owerri, so it has nothing to do with our own view. It remains with them. You can still make that calls right away, 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989, 091-229-091, of course, 226-77989 or 090-922-29922. We have also Francis Naman on our Facebook page. He says, okay, also Naman watching us live from Amagun and Enugu State. Good afternoon, Obina Myke. Keep up the good work. Okay, this is not Obina Myke, this is Osaze. We just finished talking with our CEO, Evangelist Myke Ikoku, on the phone. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Osaze.
Welcome to Boss Radio.
Thank you very much. I was just listening to this, will I say an issue? Yes, I'm listening to this issue right now. I remember every morning around 6 on Boss Radio, there is that morning devotion, and that the anchor lady, she's always saying, let us pray for the owner of this business, Evangelist Myke Ikoku. We pray for wisdom. I always hear that part. Now, I will track this back to the last caller. Okay, so let's use wisdom to apply on this. He is the governor. Elections are over. And one thing I know in power and politics, power is negotiated. There is always that room for negotiation of power. I don't even know that this land has gone as far back as 2010 from the governor then, Governor Ikeku Hakim. This business is a business that he has been using to take care of other people, like the way he lamented about it on air. So let this issue be negotiated. And as for the on-air cry, so many people don't know about this, but now we know about it. And this is a radio station that's almost half and quarter of the whole of Owerri municipal is listening to, that gives adequate information. I'm talking about this Boss FM. So anything that hits on Boss FM definitely is going to affect every other business that is going on in Evangelist Myke Ikoku's name. So my best bet, I will agree with the past caller. Let's have this conversation. Let's negotiate over this conversation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. The floor is still open. 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. Let your voice be heard. Honestly, call us, make that call right away, so that we will definitely get to listen to your contributions or pick your questions, and let the Imolites get to hear all your own stand on this issue. We have another Facebook message. I will actually come to take a look at your message, Mr. Emmanuel. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to Boss Radio.
This is Ikoku from Ogun.
Ikoku, let's hear you.
If what I'm hearing is correct, they want to destroy all seasons or what?
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I'm asking a question. They want to destroy all seasons or what?
Okay, the issue at hand is that the state government is attacking Myke Ikoku's business in Imo State.
My brother, this kind of things, it doesn't bring development. It doesn't end insecurity. It doesn't improve anybody's life. All these disturbances from these people is uncalled for. It's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. Now, if you attack his businesses, what about the people that earn a living from those businesses? What would be their fate? Everything shouldn't be politics. I understand this one is in PDP, this one is in APC. They just came out from an election. Everything should end at that point. Going further to, if what you are alleging is true, attacking his businesses and trying to put people out of their livelihood, it is uncalled for. It is unfortunate. We are human beings. One day, all of us will end this our existence here. We'll go back to our Mecca. What will you account to your Mecca when you get there? What will you tell the person who created you, all your activities, all the things you did? How do you explain it to them? People should leave people alone. All these disturbances is not good for our polity. We should be thinking of how to develop ourselves, how to develop the states. They travel outside the country. They see how beautiful everywhere is. They come down here. What they do is mess up the system for their own personal interests. Does it matter? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So I advise the state government, I advise the owner of all season. They should shift their thoughts. Let the citizens breathe for once. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for that your contribution. Okay, let me read the Facebook message forwarded to us by Adeboye. Yes, of course, Adeboye Emmanuel. He says justice should speak beyond our sentiment. Okay, thanks so much, Adeboye Emmanuel, for that message. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello. All right, please call us back if you can, because we could not really establish seamless networking, of course, with you out there. If you can come back, that would be very, very pretty. All right, definitely. If you can come back, that would be very, very pretty. Still Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Owerri. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to Boss Radio.
Yeah, my name is Ikoku. I usually come from Owerri North.
Okay.
The issue at hand is a very pitiable story. I've heard from the kind of Myke Ikoku. I don't think there was opportunity also for the governor to air some part of the story. But in all, I still stand by blaming the governor. Because presently, he stands as the father of the Israelites. And as the father of the Israelites, even if there is an agreement where a child said against the father, after everything, the father has to bring that child back in now. This is I don't like it. This is why I wanted to serve you. And since you are now working at it against us, you will come back home, let us build the house. That is what the governor will do. If only the governor that can open room for students, that's what can understand. I want people who have fallen to understand. If the governor will not open room for certain things and dialogue with the money, I think people will not have access to the governor. As the government will implement what the political stand. And which will be affecting my people particularly. Tell me, it will affect this, it will affect the take more into because there are people who instead they their job because you know they will come back and ask affecting the state to come for him. The system that has no second. Call my people, my brother, you build across the boundary. Look at the master plan. Or whatever you want. Do it if you can do it and you take appropriate action. It's the process of doing it. That's the
Okay. Okay, so I think that's much we can take from it because we are struggling to get you clearly. Oh, sorry, sir. Thanks so much. That's what we can take from you because we are struggling to get you clearly, and that's much we can actually go on the show this afternoon. Thanks so much, everyone of you, for your calls and for those who sent in messages on Facebook and those who actually sat back and listened. And we especially thank the CEO of All Seasons Hotel, Havala Selima, Mimi, Busybody Radio and Boss Radio for actually speaking to us on the issue at hand this very lovely afternoon. I'm talking about Evangelist Myke Obina Ikoku. Thanks so much. We hope to speak to you probably some other time. I am Osaze Edregu. Thanks so much. This is still Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri. Remember that tomorrow at 9 o'clock we'll be listening to State of the Nation, and it will be very, very interesting because we'll be looking at something that affects you and I when it comes to Nigeria economy and budget. If you missed it, you have yourself to blame. I've been expecting an expert in the studio tomorrow. Thank you.